Guys, welcome to Cryptech Mining. Today I'm going to show you how to core clock your GPUs. But I'll just tell you what I got here before we start. So on the left side here I have a 16 card 3070 rig, and on the right side here I've got a 24 card 3080 rig split right down the middle, running on these two motherboards. So it's two motherboards running on the one rig, holding the 24 cards together. Now guys, doing this absolute or core clocking actually can drop the power on the card while keeping these same mega hashes. And obviously in the long term, you know, you can save money on power and everything will work. So we're going to do this on HiveOS, RaveOS, and on Windows. I'm going to put some chapters down below so you can skip to those, but we'll start off with RaveOS first. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit that like, subscribe button if you're enjoying my content so far. It means a lot to me. Okay guys, now before we move forward, I'm just going to put this picture up on the screen. So this picture is what it's recommended to lock these cores to for each type of 30 series graphics card. Well, Nvidia cards in general. Okay, so we're going to use this as a rule of thumb. We're probably going to go, obviously, we're going to do the 3080s first. So we're going to use the 1050 core locking number there, and we'll move forward from there. Okay, and I'll show you guys the benefits, how it works, and how much power we're actually saving. All right, guys, so let's just jump straight into it. Alright guys, so this is the RaveOS platform. So obviously we're just going to work on these first 12 cards here. So these are 3080s. As you can see, most cards are sitting at about 229 watts over here. You can also see the core clock over here sitting about, this one's 1500, 1400, you know, about 1500, 1350, so on and so forth. So to be able to lock these core clocks to a certain value in RaveOS, you need to head over to the tuning tab and you need to set a function, okay? So this function is an nvidia-smi function. So obviously this is what it is. I'm going to lock all my core clocks to 1040. That's what I found works best for these cards. So obviously I'm going to apply that. I'll apply this to all Nvidia devices. Okay, and I'm going to hit save and apply. Now I'm going to bring up the console with the miner in it. Now this is one thing I do like about RaveOS. You can access your console remotely like this anywhere, anytime. Anyways, we'll just bring up the miner straight away. Okay, so it's just building the DAG at the moment. What we're looking for is to see how much power we've dropped on these 3080s from being 230 watts. And obviously the core clock, we want to make sure that core clock is locked as well. So we're nearly there. Okay guys, so as you can see already, the first four cards have already built their DAG, and they're sitting about, what, 216, 224, 215. And as you can see, the core clock is actually locked at 1050. So that's actually locked. So as you can see, that there is not going to move, and that's why we're saving, that's why we're having all these power savings over this side. Okay, so obviously the core temp is also going to come down because of that, and also that should bring down the memory temp just a little bit, not too much though, so don't get your hopes up too much. Okay, anyways, as you can see, we've still got the same hash rate here as well. So we've still got the same hash rate. Everything seems to be working great. We've dropped a lot of power, so we've dropped probably about, oh god, I'd say 150, 200 watts just on these 12 cards. Okay, so that's obviously a big savings. I mean, obviously, if you're mining 24/7, then obviously you're going to see the, you know, in the long term, you're going to see those savings. But anyways, let's jump straight into HiveOS now. Now, obviously, in your HiveOS, it's the same kind of thing. You know, go to your rigs. You'll see that these cards here, these aren't actually on at the moment. But you'll see that when you set your overclocking, so if you go to your overclocking, you'll see here, I'll just show you here first. So you'll see it says core clock offset megahertz. Okay, so if you just go 200 because you want it to be plus 200, or you know you want to minus it by 200, it's not going to change anything. But if you actually set this to 1050, watch it, you'll see it right here. Bang, see, lock, it changes this top bar to lock core clock. Now that's how you do it for every single card. So you just do that, and then you just keep moving on for each card. I mean, obviously, if you're running different cards on your system, obviously you'll need to set this to be different. And this will obviously help save that power. So that's how you do it in HiveOS. And obviously there's a big power savings to happen here. I did test it on this platform as well, and I got about the same power savings as before. Okay, and as you can see, the power limit here is also set to 230. So I mean, very good, and it's working very well. Okay guys, now for you guys who are running on Windows, now let's jump in and do the Windows side of things. Alright guys, so to do this on Windows, you need to use Trex miner. So if you go into the Trex miner and you open up the README, you will see, sorry, let me just get it open here for you guys. So in the README, here we go. So this is the power limit. You got your lock core clock and your fan speeds. So obviously I've already pre-filled this out, so I'm just going to put it over here. I'm going to hit paste. Okay, so this is what I got. I'm locking my core clock for my 3090 system at 1100 with the power limit of 90 and fan at 90. Okay, so obviously you can save that. Now here's something that you must do if you haven't done it already. Now if you in your Trex miner, what you want to do is you want to come down and you need to go to here. You need to right click, go properties, go to compatibility, and go change settings for all users. Okay, so once you click that, you need to make sure you have this ticked. Otherwise, the program won't be able to apply any of these settings to the card whilst it's mining. Okay, so make sure that's a hit. Make sure that's on. Hit apply and okay, and then that's the way it happens. Okay, now we're going to start this one up. So we're using flex pull. So we start this up, and you'll see straight away that it's now locked it. It's got the fan, the power limit, and the core locked at 1100 megahertz. So now then, let's see how this travels. All right, so obviously still building the DAG. What we want to see, okay, so obviously it's working now. Still got a lot of memory left, that's good. But as you can see, even if I was to open MSI Afterburner right now, because we've set those privileges to the card itself, through this mining program, it overwrites what's in here. Okay, so it overwrites what is in your MSI Afterburner. So the power limit's still set to 90. So it's not actually running at 100 for this at all. It's not at 100. The temp will be, everything is now running through this. You don't even need to use this. So once you close this, it'll just reset everything back to its normal standard self. So that way you're not always coming in and out and always changing your MSI settings. So you can, go in 1, 2, apply. But as you can see, we're hitting about... where are we? Got 77 mega hashes, but that's because obviously I've set the power limit down to 90. Obviously, this should be a bit high. I mean, obviously the 3090s need to run pretty much at their full power to get the 120 mega hashes, which I do get. So yeah, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell. And I hope to see you guys in my future videos. Peace out, and thank you for joining me.